So let's look at the following question on probability, number 16. A sample space is composed of D, E, F, G, and H. And we have two events. M is E, F, G, H, and N is just D, G. And the probabilities of some of the outcomes are shown in this table down here. And we want to determine what the probability of G must be, the probability of the event M, and the probability of the event N. Okay, so let's start with just the probability of G. Now notice that that's the one probability that's missing from the table. But all of the things in this table must add up to 1. All right, so if we add up all the rest of these things in the table and subtract them from 1, we will get the probability of G. And this is a little bit difficult to read, so I'm just going to assume that this is a 0.22, a 0.12, a 0.27, and 0.19. That's a little bit hard to read on here. I'm not sure why these numbers are difficult, but they are. All right, so I'm going to go to another page, and we'll do that. We'll say, and just ignore what we've got up here. We've got 0.22 plus, I think it was 0.27 was next. I'll look back. Oh no, 0.12, but I can do it out of order, and 0.19 and 0.27. Okay, 0.12 and 0.19. And if we add all that up, that gives us 0.8. Now, remember what I said a minute ago. The probability of all of them has to add up to 1. So to get the probability of G, we're just going to subtract off the 0.8 from 1, and we get that the probability of G is 0.2. All right, now let's go back here to the probability of the event M. To get that probability, all we do is we add up all of the probabilities for everything that is in M. So let's notice E, F, G, and H are all in M. So we want to add 0.12, 0.27, 0.2, which was our G, and 0.19 to get this probability. So I'll go back here. The probability of the event M is equal to, now I need to look back for a second, 0.12, 0.27, 0.12 plus 0.27, G was 0.2, and then our last one was 0.19. And let's add all those up. And that probability is 0.78. Now, remember, the probability of any outcome or any event other than the sample space itself will always be smaller than 1 and will always be positive. So if you get something bigger than 1, you know you've made a mistake. Now, let's look at our last one here. The probability of N. N contained D and G. D was 0.22, and we know G was 0.2, so let's just add those two. The probability of N is 0.22 plus 0.2, which gives us 0.42. And there we have it.